All right, let's jump right into this explainer and look at what is easily the craziest NBA rumor out there right now, but one that's actually, believe it or not, grounded in reality. For years, we've all debated what it would look like if the two absolute defining players of our generation teamed up. Well, today, we're going to break down the mechanics, the history, and the actual front office maneuvering that makes this mega pairing a genuine possibility.
Because look, this isn't just some crazy fan fiction anymore. We actually have Steph Curry himself at a recent Tahoe golf tournament, completely validating the entire premise of our analysis today. When the franchise cornerstone of the Golden State Warriors is out there publicly saying he'd love to play alongside his biggest rival, yeah, you know there's some serious smoke to this fire.
So, starting off with Section 1, the ultimate NBA what-if, exploring the LeBron and Steph connection. We are looking at the legitimate possibility of two of the greatest players of this century becoming teammates.
But to really grasp how wild this potential pairing is, let's jump to Section 2, a history of rivalry, from college admirers to finals foes.
It really is a crazy timeline when you step back and look at it. We go all the way back to 2008, when LeBron is writing to the best player in NC on a jersey for a college-age Steph Davidson. Fast forward, and they're locked in 4 consecutive, absolutely grueling finals matchups. Then, we get that intense 2021 play-in clash, which ultimately brings us right up to the 2024 trade whispers. It's this wild evolution from incredible mutual respect to fierce on-court animosity, and now kind of circling all the way back to mutual admiration.
And we can't forget that for a huge chunk of time, they were the ultimate enemies. I mean, LeBron literally thwarted the historic 73-win Warriors to bring Cleveland that elusive championship. The absolute apex of them standing in each other's way was that 93-89 victory in Game 7 of the 2016 Finals, perfectly sealed by that iconic block on Andre Iguodala. They were fighting tooth and nail for the exact same crown.
Which makes Section 3 all the more shocking. The blockbuster trade attempt, the Valentine's Day bombshell. So get this, right before the February trade deadline in 2024, the Golden State front office formally reached out to LA to try and pry LeBron away. ESPN actually confirmed that Warriors owner Joe Lacob picked up the phone, called Lakers owner Jeannie Buss, and tried to make this happen mid-season. Just wow.
Now, LeBron ultimately rejected the idea so he could stay a Laker. He actually went on TNT's Inside of the NBA and said he was completely caught off guard by these closed-door conversations, explicitly saying the talks didn't go far at all. So actually, it seems like the front offices were moving a little bit faster than the players were ready for at that specific moment.
Still, Joe Lacob made it absolutely clear that his front office, led by Mike Dunleavy Jr., is going to aggressively look at every single option out there. He even drew parallels to their historic acquisition of Kevin Durant. Lacob is basically telling us right out loud that they aren't afraid to make an incredibly aggressive move if it means maximizing their championship window.
That brings us to Section 4, in their own words, the evolving sentiments of two superstars. Because how do the guys actually playing the game feel?
Well, back in 2022, on The Shop, LeBron made his feelings crystal clear. He called Steph absolutely lethal and picked him as his ultimate dream active teammate. He literally put the idea out there into the basketball universe, explicitly stating, "I love everything about that guy," and praising the incredible gravity Steph brings to the court. Steph's initial reaction back then? A very polite but very cold, "I'm cool right now." He was leaning hard into his old-school loyalty to Draymond Green and his day-one crew in Golden State, basically shutting down the Superteam narrative right then and there to focus on his guys.
But, and this is a huge but, fast forward to their incredibly successful trial run during the 2024 Olympics, and Steph has noticeably warmed up to the idea. He shifted from "I'm cool" to publicly saying, "hopefully it happens." I mean, that is a massive, game-changing shift in sentiment from the Golden State side of the equation.
Okay, so the mutual admiration is there for sure. Let's move to Section 5, making the math work, the logistical hurdles of a mega deal. Let's break down the cold, hard salary cap reality. $51 million. That massive number is LeBron's player option for the 2024-25 season, which gives him the power to just become a free agent at the end of June. He holds literally all the leverage here. If he wants to explore other destinations, walking away from $51 million is step 1.
And because the Warriors definitely do not have the cap space to just sign LeBron outright, they'd absolutely have to execute a sign-and-trade. Simply put, the Lakers would have to re-sign LeBron, only to immediately ship him up to San Francisco so Golden State can bypass their salary cap limitations.
To make those finances actually balance out, Golden State has a bunch of moving parts and tradable contracts they'd have to juggle.
We're talking navigating Klay Thompson's free agency, while potentially using Chris Paul's $30 million non-guaranteed deal and Kevon Looney's $8 million contract as financial matching pieces to send back down to Los Angeles. It's like a giant jigsaw puzzle.
Oh, and to complicate matters even further, some reports suggest the Warriors don't even think they'll land LeBron unless they can somehow orchestrate a massive trade for his teammate, Anthony Davis, at the same time. I mean, that would be an unprecedented blockbuster. They would literally have to empty their entire vault of draft picks and young assets to pull that off.
And let's be impartial here. Golden State isn't the only suitor. The 76ers, the Cavaliers, and the Heat are all aggressively in the mix. Philly offers a ready-made contender, Cleveland offers that storybook hometown return, and Miami brings this wild, tantalizing prospect of teaming up with Giannis Antetokounmpo. So yeah, the Warriors have some very steep competition.
Which leaves us with this final, provocative thought. After years of epic battles that quite literally defined modern basketball, could these two legends actually finish their careers wearing the exact same jersey? The foundation is definitely there. Now, we just have to wait and see if front offices can turn the ultimate what-if into reality. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, you guys. I'll catch you in the next one.